Hale is a town surrounded by cows. Things move slower here, not just in lifestyle, but also in technology.
We're out here in the middle of nowhere, several classes of 15 to 20 students doing our online portion of our state testing, and that we would get kicked off.
Hale R1 School District went years without proper bandwidth, functioning at just 1.5 megabytes per second. In 2012, their provider increased speeds to 25 megabytes per second.
We never get bogged down. We don't have the drop-offs anymore. It's been very nice.
A 2012 study published at Carnegie Mellon University found that as internet use increased, so did test scores. But about 18% of Missouri schools lack adequate broadband. 31 schools in Missouri don't meet the recommended bandwidth of 1 megabyte per second per student. That's the FCC recommendation to keep up with technology.
Our students do very well at on state testing and they do very exceptionally well, but they are limited in that you can't have a classroom, like you can't utilize all the wonderful things on Google Classroom.
Osage R3 and Eldon R1 are two of the schools that don't have the funding to upgrade broadband on their own. Osage's superintendent estimates that installing broadband internet in the district would cost nearly $400,000.
Getting broadband out to the rural areas is expensive, and there isn't enough money to complete that connection.
There could be a solution. Governor Greitens has allocated $6 million to help public schools in Missouri upgrade broadband and internet services through the Missouri Connect and Learn initiative. Osage and Eldon are two of the 13 schools that have applied and been approved by the state for this funding. Now they're just pending approval by the FCC.
We're just sitting and waiting, to be quite honest with you. I'm hoping every time that phone rings or when they bring the mail in, it's either a phone call or a letter. One of the two.
Education Superhighway, a national nonprofit working with Missouri to find schools, is partnering with Greitens in hopes that all Missouri schools can see improvements like this. But many schools don't even know about the funding because the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education only reached out to certain schools.
Education Superhighway has done a study on the districts that they know of that were not at the fiber connection, and they've been reaching out to them.
With the approval of broadband expansion, school districts believe they would be able to improve their quality of education, which they're correlating with internet access. Just look at Hale.
I believe we had 2 roving carts with 15 laptops, and that's all our bandwidth could handle. Now we have 70, along with 2 computer labs, and every teacher has a smart board and a desktop computer.
There is no timeline for when the FCC will approve the applications, but both the Eldon and Osage school districts are hoping to be done by December. With producers Langston Newsom, Jayu Shi, and Quinn Ritzdorf, Madeline McKernan, KBIA News, Hale.